In the West, it's the physical appearance of the body that contributes greatly to the sense of who you think you are. Its strength or weakness, its perceived beauty or ugliness relative to others. For many people, their sense of self-worth is intimately bound up with their physical strength, good looks, fitness, and external appearance. Many feel a diminished sense of self-worth because they perceive their body as ugly or imperfect. So I struggled a lot with my physical appearance, my body image when I was younger, so much so that I just spent so much energy, time, and whatever wasted just obsessing over it. I guess I just thought that, my self-worth was tied into how I looked. And so because I didn't find myself attractive and there was just so many things going against me as a child, I felt like I just wasn't good enough. I really did struggle a lot with my weight when I was younger. I was pretty much a fat kid, and I got teased about it a lot, even from my own family. And then there were things like I had really bad teeth when I was growing up as well. And I don't really know why, I did this or whatever, but I went to an elementary school where I was one of the few Asian kids there, and most of the kids there were white. And so I internalized that as not being good enough because I was Asian. And so I remember one summer, my mom didn't want to deal with my hair anymore. She was just sick and tired of bringing me into the hairdressers to get my hair cut. And so for the summer, when I was really young, she brought me in to get my hair cut really short. So much so that when I went back to school, they started calling me Mitchell. And so I remember being so traumatized by that whole experience. So I guess I made the mistake of making my imperfect body as my identity. And so because it wasn't perfect, it just was never good enough. But when you really think about it, I guess, your body's really impersonal in the sense that when you die, you're just going to turn to dust. And then at the same time, it's like, well, did I choose these genetics when I was born? Did I, choose these features that I was given? It's like, I didn't choose to be Asian. I didn't choose to have this type of nose or mouth or whatever. It was just the cards that we were dealt with, right? Those are the cards I was dealt with. And so, I feel like what really helped me on this journey was to learn to disidentify with my body, to kind of deepen that understanding that, no, I am not this body. That even though I have it and I can take care of it and appreciate it, it's not who I really am. I kind of feel like now I'm at the point where I just feel pretty much most of the time, not all the time, of course I have my bad days as well, but most of the time I feel pretty neutral about my body and my physical appearance, where I kind of just recognize that it really isn't me, that it's impersonal in that sense, and I can appreciate it and take care of it, but I don't have to obsess over it. I don't have to believe that I'm not enough because I don't have XYZ going on. I don't have the perfect body. I don't have the perfect, facial features or whatever. But it's like, you know what? It doesn't matter whether it's perfect or not perfect. It's just what it is. It's just the body that I have been given in this lifetime. So, and I guess that's just kind of what has helped me to kind of accept the impersonal kind of aspect of it, that, I can appreciate it and I can, do my best to take care of it, but I don't have to tie my identity into my body, my physical appearance. And so I just look back to my younger self and thinking about all the time and energy wasted on feeling so bad about myself and obsessing about how can I, become better by doing XYZ. It was just so much time wasted and spent on that, when really I could have just been enjoying life a bit more. I tied my self-esteem into my looks, and that really was such a depressing time in my life, I guess you could say. So don't fall into the mistake either of buying into the illusion that you are your body. I think of it as it's something that you have that you can appreciate and take care of and do your best. And if you are blessed with good genetics, great, appreciate it and all that stuff. But even if you weren't, like, appreciate your body, that you could be functional, that it's still healthy. And where it's not healthy, like, appreciate the parts that are healthy and try to work on the parts that aren't. So, when, like I said, I know it sounds dark thinking about, when we die, we'll just turn to dust, but that really is like what's going to happen. And so, it just kind of reframes it for me to kind of appreciate this time that I do still have left, and to make the most of it, that there are more important things in life to worry about than just how my body looks or how my physical appearance is. So just take care of your body, appreciate it, and make the most of your life. I think that disidentifying with the body, with the ego, definitely is a very helpful factor of it all. So I hope that helped, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.